Wait, are we?
Welcome back to another episode of This Is the Show. Welcome back, everybody. We've missed you so very much since our last show, which was sometime around 24 to 36 hours ago, max, I believe, if I've got my days straight. And as always, we've got our host, Mystical Oaks, Crypto Euclid, myself, Junior Laz, Cat,
Yes,
it's one of those kind of days. One of those kind of days, right?
Yes.
So I guess I should have doubled up on that Huddlefield coffee this morning.
Jealous.
Yes.
Because I got up so late because we were up so late.
We were up till 4.
Fun times.
We were up till 4 a.m. If you guys were paying attention, you would have heard a live broadcast that we did that was later deleted just for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, we decided to delete it and delete all trace of it. But if you were paying attention, you would have heard some crazy shit last night on the
crazy voices.
Yes, some interesting characters, voices. There was guitar playing by myself. I did a little Johnny Cash.
Live music.
Live music. Yeah.
Aw.
Thank you.
Sweet.
But that's
so too.
that's the kind of thing you guys can expect from us by following our Periscope and all of our channels. You will be surprised by little impromptu
Spontaneity.
broadcasts.
Yes. Spontaneity.
Yeah. Say, spontaneity. It's important in life, say.
Yeah.
So let me just take a little slurp of coffee because we didn't do the little coffee thing. Let me just do my thing real quick. My little shtick I do with the coffee here. Ready? Here we go. Huddle fuel. It's good stuff. Well, in the studio today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. We have, we left. Creative Raw, voice of crypto, is in the house. He used to be known as Creative Albie, and he's changed to Creative Raw. And that's because this man is raw and in your face and does not hold back in any capacity. We love him. He is part of the family. One day we will meet and hang out.
He's my best friend.
And do crazy things together.
Yes.
But why don't?
Yeah, we've been promised. Some kind of hangout with him.
Yeah,
by him. So
yes,
we will take him up on that.
He did promise to hang out with us. I remember one of the like when we first. It was early when we met. I just know him as Albie, and that's what I call him. So, voice of crypto, I call him Albie.
Yeah.
I was DMing him and saying, hey, man, we're having a meetup in Knoxville, and I want you to be there. And unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but he was telling me to do something funny. And damn it, I wish we would have fucking did it. I didn't. I forgot to do it.
You were kind of out of it, though.
I was out of it. He told me to get like a doll or something, like a little stuffed animal, and print out his face or his Abby and bring it around. And I said I was going to do it, and I didn't fucking do it. And I feel bad and take pictures and things. That way he could be there with us. But we should do that for World CryptoCon and make sure we have Albie with us at all times. I think that would be funny.
I think that would comfort you, actually. You've been looking for like a service animal or something. Maybe you could have a service Albie teddy bear.
Yes, that's a great idea. I'll probably end up doing that because I'm prone to bouts of anxiety and sheer panic where everything just I don't want to do anything anymore. I just want to go hide under a blanket or
huddle in a corner.
Yes, and
in fetal position.
Yeah, but so Albie is in the studio with us right now. Say hello, sir. How have you been doing? It's been a little while since you've been on the show.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Always happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited now, okay? Calm down, please.
Thanks.
Calm down.
As well. super excited, super nervous.
Well, you don't need to be nervous.
Stop. It's just us.
I'm just joking.
You kidding.
So
Like
what?
Seinfeld being nervous the third time he was on Leno.
Yeah. So
Always happy to be here.
What's going on in your life, sir? Do you want to fill us in? What's going on? We saw you did a funny silicone video. I love when you do those. Those are hilarious. Maybe later in the episode we can try to get silicone in the studio. I don't know if that's possible. I know that you guys, Albie, you know him. You're in the DMs with him. Maybe we could get you to hit him up and see if he stop into the studio and say hello.
I'll hit him up right now. I'll hit him up and I'll let you guys know if he answers.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that you'll hear here on TITS podcast. We don't fuck around. We know all the big cats in the space, and just
we
like
have connections.
Yeah, just like that. It's just like that. It's just like boom. Let me just hit him up real quick and see if he can stop in. So
yeah, that's
real exciting.
Yeah, I'm obviously using my Catfish alt account to get him because the real account is blocked.
Oh,
of
Catfish
course.
alt account.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
Where have you guys been? I think he's been.
What gender would your account be?
What? I think it's obvious. I mean, what kind of question is that?
I just want to know if maybe to fully invest himself in the character of this alt account, he has been DMing me things. I had a strong suspicion that there's one DM in there.
Wait a minute. Plot twist. Albie's catfish.
Definitely sounds catfishy.
Plot twist. Albie's catfish alt account is CryptoMist.
What?
That would be a nice thing.
Yes. I like that.
Wow.
Yes.
And by his reaction, I can tell I'm onto something.
Very interesting. Yes.
No.
I think now is a great time to hear a little music.
Yeah.
Why? What?
Wait, where?
Don't you think so, Albie?
What kind of music?
I'll bring it. I'm
think
ready.
a little, I don't know, a little guitar.
You're asking me to play?
I would, yes, I think.
Dude,
I
don't
would all
know,
love
man.
To hear you play.
I don't know.
Don't
really,
be
you're
shy.
fucking talk about putting me on the fucking spot. Like
I'm asking. I'm asking nicely. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no whenever you want.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I'm
No
sweet.
means no where I come from.
Right. I would say yes. My fingers are like almost
Yes,
bleeding
thank
from
you.
last night.
That is
That's
amazing.
sweet. Yeah, he said yes.
He said
He said
yes,
yes.
guys.
What song do you guys want to hear? You want to hear Johnny Cash again?
I want
or...
Your Sex by George Michael.
I don't know.
No, out of last night's
There's like
repertoire.
I can play four, maybe 5 songs.
I
and
like
not even...
the Hard Sun though. Doesn't he do that good?
Fuck.
That's the best one, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
shit.
the best one.
Really?
Would you like to hear that,
No,
Albie?
it's not good.
It is good.
Yes.
It's your best one. He does need to get warmed up sometimes first.
I'm drinking some coffee. Hold on.
To your voice.
Do you guys hear the fucking
Do that.
tired
Do that.
in my voice?
The what?
No, I don't.
The
I hear
tired.
your star waiting to be born, skyrocketing towards the heavens.
This is your moment, Yuki.
fuck.
Sees it.
Hello. Okay. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. All right.
I gotta get set up.
Albie, what kind of music do you like, sir?
Oh shit.
I'm into all type of music, but love me some R&B and stuff. Reggae. Really like reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm not sure
You?
if I can do this with
all kinds.
headphones on though.
All
I've never
kinds.
sang with headphones on. Let me look for the lyrics.
I'm in a music rut though
I'm pretty
now.
sure it doesn't affect your singing.
Yeah, but it affects how I hear my own voice and the guitar, my friend.
Just take it off.
So take one ear off, one headphone off, cut one of
geniuses.
your ears off.
Plus, I need to fucking print this shit.
Yes,
so.
you do. But you can just pull it off like you did last night, and everyone will forgive
Yeah.
the.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll be stopping. And...
Oh, all I hear is fear. I hear
No,
fear,
I'm just
sir.
saying, I'm going to start playing, and I'm going to have to stop playing to
Scroll.
Scroll the
and
fucking.
why you didn't print is beyond me, but we will
Well,
do
'cause
that
I wasn't
after the show.
Expecting.
Print it right now.
Oh shit! I'm moving my
Strike the chords, please.
pop filter. I don't want the microphone too close to my mouth, so you cannot hear the guitar.
And to answer your question, Albie, I am in a music rut. So if you have anything great, then please do share it with me sometime.
I'll start linking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I gotta take headphones off, so
Do it.
maybe I can just pull an ear off. Hold on. Let's try this. Yeah, that kind of works. No. I'm pulling headphones
Well, you
off.
don't need to hear us talking.
Okay. I gotta pull these headphones completely off, gang. Sorry.
It's okay.
Fuck.
We forgive you.
Oh, fuck. Here it is. Black. What is this song?
I don't know. Hard Sun. I don't know.
I usually have to play for a little while to get warmed up. Because I don't even know.
You got it.
Here we go. When I... Wait, hold on. Fuck. When I walk beside her, I am a better man. When I look to leave her, I always stagger back again. Once I built an ivory tower so I could worship from above. When I climbed back down to be set free, she took me in again. Hold on. There's a big hard sun beating on the people in this big hard world. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, in this big hard world. I gotta scroll down.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Fucking put me on the spot. I'm too
You're
tired.
doing great.
Here we go.
You're good. You're good.
I gotta
it.
get into it for a little while.
You got
Here
it.
we go. When she comes to greet me, she is mercy at my feet. This is not the right strum pattern. When I see to pin her charm, she just throws her back at me. Once I dug an early grave to find a better land. She just smiled and laughed at me and took her bruise back again. There's a big hard sun beating on the people in this big hard world. There's a big hard sun beating on the people in this big hard world. I gotta scroll down again. That might be it. Alright, one more verse. Once I stood to lose her when I saw what I had done. Bound down and threw away the hours of her garden and her son. So I tried to warn her, turned to see her weep. 40 days and 40 nights, and I still coming down on me. There's a big hard sun beating on the people in this big hard world. Last one, guys. There's a big hard sun beating on the people in this big hard world. That's it. That's all I'm doing today.
Good job.
Yeah, brother.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Aw.
You and Funface need to have a face-off.
A face-off?
A face-off.
I've
Face.
never-
Well, they were,
A stare
they were
off.
doing some duets last night, you know?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were. There were some good
I
duets.
wasn't-
Funface was using its voice to sing duets with Yuki.
They complement each other well.
That was probably way fucking over fucking distorted and shit because my mic was turned way up, so no idea what that
That was
sounded
awesome.
like.
Sounded fine to me.
Yeah, it sounded great to me too.
Well,
That's all
yeah.
that
Sounded
matters.
as best of a mediocre as any could imagine.
Nice. Nice. Well,
That's
gang.
sweet.
So here we
Yes.
are. So right now we've got a little downtime.
Mhm.
You know, we're working on a bunch of stuff. We're in between things. We're getting stuff ready. What do you do, Albie, to pass the time in between things?
In between what? Twitter and my my family life, or
Life things? Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. You know, I work. We have a real estate office, so we're pretty free to do what we want. But I'm spending a lot of time lately on Twitter, and making these videos takes a really long time. It takes probably like 5 or 6 hours to make a video. So
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it took that long. That's crazy. That takes it to a whole nother level in my mind, because I mean, they're awesome. I had no idea it took that long. So damn, Albie.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I saw you in the group DMs. You know, you'd always be bouncing stuff off of us, and you know, say check out this video, and you're always working on cutting it down. It's a lot because you got to get it all under 2 minutes and 10 seconds, right? Really,
that's true.
Yeah, and I try to make it even shorter because, as Coma points out, it's people's attention span is really short today. Like they don't really like long things. So the shorter and the more packed it could be, the better. So I try to really cut it. Like the Rubini video with Bitlord and McCaffrey. I made that. It was I got to cut it down to like a minute 40, which is really like pretty difficult. But
because you did 3 different people, so that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. And it starts off like that. It starts off with like 4 to 5 minutes, so I just have to keep cutting pieces off and just making sure that
that's hard.
But it's funny.
Like what to get rid of, you know? You're like,
I just hope these people do more stupid shit, so I have material. It's really hard to find material.
I don't think you need to worry about that.
Yeah. Plenty of that more to come.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's what I do right now.
That's cool. I love it. Keep doing it, because you're making me smile.
Did you like to do impressions when you were younger?
No, man. This is completely new to me. It's completely new to my wife. Like, she doesn't even understand what I'm doing.
Right.
I'll show her my videos, and she'll look at me with this face like, who the fuck are you? Like, who is this person that's coming out of you? Like, I'm totally chill. I'm such a quiet guy usually, and I came onto Twitter. I don't know if you guys remember. I was doing all those shout out videos.
Yeah.
And, yes, of course.
I was always very positive, and I wasn't dissing anybody, and I wasn't, you know. And then suddenly this little monster comes out. And I just want to fucking chop everybody.
What happened? When was the switch? What was there an influence, or something made you so passionate, or it just was natural evolution? What happened?
Yeah, just one influence was actually, it was Tyson. Me and Tyson DM a lot and stuff, and he hinted a couple of times that it's kind of corny to be positive all the time and like always being nice. So I was like, fuck, but how am I gonna like how am I gonna be mean? Like, I just want to be good vibes, you know, and whatever. And then I thought about this, and then I saw this Faceswap thing on Instagram. This guy who does Faceswap with Donald Trump. Like, his whole thing is Donald Trump with the Kardashians, family, and it's fucking hilarious. So I saw his videos, and I'm like, holy fuck, you know, maybe I could do this with like CT personalities.
Yeah. And
and then I tried it out, and I really liked it. And then obviously, look, people like drama. People like when you know, they like gossip and they like all that shit. So I kind of tapped into that, and I found my way to do it and put my feelings aside and just, you know, get blocked by everybody and whatever, you know, just have fun. And obviously, the whole cryptomist thing, it kind of broke down my barriers, because it was a hectic 48 hours. I got tumbled, you know, Bill Gates came at me, and like, you know, I had some big accounts coming after me, and it just kind of like, it was an awakening, you know. It was so now I just don't give a fuck.
Right.
Well, you know, I guess when you cut someone just right, you can expect some kind of reaction. So
yeah. It's my opinion that humans require drama in their lives. It is part of the human condition, is part of the human programming. We can't be happy and joyful all the time. I think that we need the yin and yang. We have to have the conflict, else we get bored. That's my opinion.
I agree. I'm hiding behind the comedic wall of kind of like, you can't really come at me because I'm just trying to be funny, and you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
So it's kind of like it gives me protection, because at the end of the day, I am kind of taking facts and I'm just turning it into like a little bit more comedic and outgoing, and like anything I say in the videos, whether it's Philip Cohn, whether it's Rubini, whether it's John McAfee, I'm taking things that are really happening with them, and then I'm just twisting it up a bit, and really at the end of the day, I'm just I'm not doing anything that's really I'm not exaggerating too much.
Yeah, but is the obvious is being exaggerated,
But even though I noticed, you start to notice that, first of all, not everybody's up to beat with what's happening. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So, like, for instance,
not everyone knows our bullshit drama gossip. What?
Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
What? Yeah, there's tons.
100%.
This is unacceptable.
So it was one of my first times getting hate was when I put out the Rubini video, and I talked a lot of like anti-Semitic shit and like Jews and whatever and blah blah blah.
Whoa.
And people who didn't know the story, they kind of DM'd me like, that's a bit harsh and blah blah blah. But so I tweeted out like a tweet that kind of shows that this is exactly what Rubini was saying. He's calling everybody anti-Semitic lunatics and white supremacists and blah blah blah. So
right. Well, it's throughout the history of time, comedy is actually a way to criticize and point out the hypocrisies. Is that a good word?
Yeah, look at Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the night shows are about that, right? Like Letterman, all of them. They're all fucking about, comedic, like they laugh at politicians in a way where it's safe for them, to kind of criticize.
So
I'm comparing myself to them, of course.
I noticed that our group that we've sort of bonded together all have one thing in common. I think we all...
You mean like besides crypto?
Besides crypto, we are what you call a niche within a niche within a niche. Okay, the cryptocurrency is a niche.
Obviously,
crypto Twitter is a niche.
Agreed.
You keep whittling that down. We are into the creative part of crypto Twitter. Let's keep whittling that down. We are into the comedy based and thought-provoking niche of crypto Twitter, and that is such a narrow little circle and little niche that we don't understand why. Yes, we get confused maybe that not everyone knows what the fuck's going on all the time, in our little sphere, in our world, all the little dramas and all the things that are happening, and it's very interesting, but I wouldn't change this for the world. I think it's very important to find your tribe.
Right. Find your people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like-minded people?
Yeah. You definitely gravitate.
Let my people go.
It's funny, we were talking about that last night with Funface. Like, what is it? Is it Yuki said it was the universe, and I think
what Albie?
It's more magnetic, I feel.
What put us together? This is a question I'm asking you.
In terms of Twitter?
No. Why did the universe decide to throw us all together?
Drag us to the same place at the same time.
Billions of people. I don't know how many people are on this earth, but out of all the probably
7+ billion.
7+ billion people, okay? Why did us random group of people click and get why are we together? Why did we end up together? Is it just by chance, or is there cosmic influence?
I think you mean like bonded and so close, like so quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
So exactly. So I would say the chances of us bumping into each other wasn't that small, but the fact that we gravitated towards each other, that's what's special, right? Because there's a lot of other people on crypto Twitter. We follow each other. We don't follow each other. We see our content. We don't see our content. But the fact that we gravitate towards one another and we find this bonding and it happened pretty quickly.
Yes.
That's what's special. And then I think it has nothing to do with time, space, and, where you were born or whatnot. It just has to do with personality and vibration, and just I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I remember you guys much longer than you remember me, even though we're talking about, I signed up a year ago, or just about December 2017. And I remember you guys a lot longer because I was one of those piss heads that was trying to hang around with you guys and, not really being,
what?
able to. But yeah, when I only had like 40, 50 followers, 60 followers, you guys were always nice to me. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't on the radar. And but I think the minute that we kind of clicked, like there was this one time where it just kind of clicked, and then it just went on from there. So
yeah.
Okay, so that's let's talk about that for a minute.
I want to say that I agree with them too. I think like energy and magnetism. Is that a word? Magnetism?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right.
So you said that we weren't, you weren't on our radar. And that's a good point. So how, and this is speaking from someone maybe who's just getting into any sort of situation. This doesn't just apply to Twitter or crypto Twitter or whatever. How do you stand out? How do you make people notice you? There's so many creative artists and people out there that are creating beautiful art. What do you do to stand out?
Well, I think first of all, there's something that kind of has to do with chance as well. So if you take 100 people and all of them want to make it in any aspect of things, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's entertainment, you take 100 people who are all striving and hungry to make it, usually only a certain amount will make it, right? 7%, 12%, whatever the number is. It doesn't mean that anybody tried less than the other. It just means that there's only a certain amount of people that can make it. So and when I say make it, I'm just talking about being able to do whatever it is that you love to do and kind of progress and whatnot. So in crypto Twitter, I think it's much easier. I think like a good bull run, for instance, would bring, a massive amount of followers and a massive amount of attention to anybody who's in the sphere today. So anybody who has 200, 300, 400 followers, 600 followers could really blow up. It's just a matter of time. But if you're asking, how do you get people to pay attention to you if you're a small account versus big accounts? I think you just have to be consistent. You have to be good vibes. Think about what you're tweeting. Think about what you're replying. And don't do it too often. So don't over try, I think, right?
I feel like, be you. Yeah, be you. Find out what you're good at and do it.
Also, don't fucking over DM people. I'm not talking about someone's...
You know what?
What?
I swear to God, I never ever DM'd anybody. Like I didn't even know that was allowed.
I didn't either.
Me either for a while.
I thought it's. I feel honestly. I'm going to say something here. Okay.
Don't.
No, I'm not calling out people on Twitter, but I'm saying, to me, a DM is like grabbing someone at a party and whispering in their ear. Okay. That's what a DM is to me. And I wasn't doing that. I would never do that until I was completely comfortable. Now, however, if someone like a big account or someone followed me, I would DM them and say, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. And that's all. Okay, but to just start DMing someone and being like, hey, blah, 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 and just start having this conversation, it's basic, especially when you don't know that person. Obviously, once you get to know and your friends, obviously DMs are, obviously a way to communicate one-on-one. But when you're just trying to like break into a circle or get into, maybe a clique of friends, the DMing like right off the bat is just weird to me. That's just my personal...
It is weird.
Yeah,
it's like your personal space. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like you're coming into my personal space, and obviously you want to be nice, so you respond to them, and then sometimes it just opens up to this whole conversation that you don't really want to have.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we don't know each other, right? We're hiding behind avies. You don't know who it is. You don't know what they're. You don't know if it's somebody's alt account. Like it's so dangerous. Look, alt accounts, it's become like this new thing. Like people are opening up 5-6 different alt accounts for themselves, and it's just becoming really fucking scary. So at the end of the day, I mean, I think creating content. Look, I remember watching. You know who Gary Vee is?
No. Gary Vee.
You don't know Gary Vee?
No. Who's Gary Vee?
Massive internet influencer. Like just a massive. This guy's massive. Just look him up, and he's just he keeps drilling it into people. Like you gotta fucking create content. You gotta you gotta be out there on the social media platform. He really believes in the social media platform, and he says, look, just Keep putting your 2 cents in. Find the niche that you like. Find the community that's having that niche, and put in your 2 cents. Keep putting in your 2 cents. Like, reply to people, something that's logical and something that's good. Make a name for yourself. Create content. Don't be afraid to create content. Get out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like, for me to make these videos is so uncomfortable. You have no idea. First of all, I have to wait until the whole house is empty like this. So I have this limited time. I could never do it in front of my wife.
Right.
You know, I could never do it in front of my friends. I blocked my friends on Twitter, like my real life friends that heard I have Twitter, and they tried to I blocked them. I blocked them. I swear to God, because I
get it though. Yeah.
It's a different person. It's just so yeah, get out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there, and don't be afraid to get, criticized, and actually listen to the criticisms, because usually people's criticism is actually a great mirror, to yourself. Yeah. Obviously, don't listen to haters. Haters is something else. But if somebody criticizes your work or criticizes your content, it's good to listen.
So I'm on the fence here, and I love having these discussions, especially with you, because we can do this like adult-like, and sometimes you open my eyes to views that I didn't have before. So that's one reason I love talking with you. But what's wrong with having alt account? I personally don't, because I don't have time for it. But what's so wrong with that? Because you're really just putting out different maybe pieces of. I mean, when you talk to. Okay, so Yuki and I in Lancaster, I'd say are completely genuine. Like, I mean, especially Yuki and I can say for sure, like, we don't even know how to be different people than who we are. Like, this is just us, and but not everyone is like that. And so I know when I'm talking to someone, I just assume they're like me and they're being real and genuine and honest and 100% who they are. But I find sometimes that's not actually the case. They're just putting forth like what I want to see or what they want to be or something else that's not them. But so I just assume, like, what's the difference with having an alt account?
I have absolutely no problem with alt accounts as long as they're not for malice behavior. You know what I mean?
Oh, so like
when I said
fishing for like
opening 5 or 6 different, they're like fishing for information, fishing to get into groups, to take screenshots,
or to join
to get something
paid
out of
groups, or something like that. I see what you're saying now. Okay,
but I'm not talking about. I have an alt account. Everybody knows my alt account, and it's just a fun account for the wild bunch. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I hardly use it. And if I do want to check out Phil Cohn's newest Periscope, I have to get on it and kind of lurk at him, and if I want to see what the Cryptomist is up to, I have to get in there. And I've been blocked by some accounts that I'm kind of making fun of, and if I need new material, I need an alt account. So even I'm doing it in a malice manner, you know what I mean?
Well,
that's true. That's
takes
true.
A lot of time and effort too.
Yeah.
Just a primary account alone is a lot of effort. These people have so much time on their hands to have these real alt accounts.
I know, because it takes all three of us to run the TITS account separately from just our normal account. So I can't imagine having multiple accounts. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really difficult if you need to. Like, if you don't need to, it's just there, and then whenever you want to use it, you can go ahead. But
I know. I mean, I can't
be able to use a couple of accounts.
I can't believe, because I know there are people out there that have several accounts and they're using them, and I do hats off, I guess, to them, because I have no idea how they're doing it. But
because they have lots of free time.
Lots of free time. Lots of energy.
Lots of energy, and they don't sleep.
Untapped energy, or uncapitalized energy.
Right.
That they're using for Twitter.
So, Alvy, do you think there's ever a need for censorship?
Like, be more specific so I can.
Any kind of sense? Do you think that
censorship in your art?
In anything,
or censorship on Twitter, or censorship in communication?
Not just Twitter,
Right? Should we protect?
Should people be censored?
Should we protect people's feelings, or should we just let it all out and say whatever we feel?
I definitely think Twitter's going too far with its way of censoring people. What they've done to Dale, what they've done to other accounts that they kind of, through algorithm, without really looking at what they're saying and what kind of context they're saying it. That's horrible censorship. Look, I do believe that social media could ruin a person's life, right? Like social media bashing could really ruin somebody's life.
True.
Like I could tell you honestly, when I called her out, I won't even mention her name. Fuck her. Him. When I called him out, and it makes me sick to my stomach that people don't see what it is for what it is, and I got some hate the next day. You know, it took a toll on me on my personal life. Like I was kind of down that day. You know what I mean? Like after that, I had fun. Like after that, it was kind of like a trolling back and forth, and it was this little war, and I was laughing my fucking ass off. But at the beginning, when it just happened, I was really surprised and I was really upset, and it was on my mind all day. Now, if somebody called me out in a way where, I don't know if you guys know what happened to the mask. Do you guys remember? You guys remember the mask?
The mask?
So the mask is a guy with, he's like a guy with like 11,000 followers, and he put up this picture where he's chilling or pretending to chill on this boat, this sick yacht and whatever, and he said something about, like, tweeted something out like, it's crazy to be here on the weekend, this is not my boat, but I'm definitely chilling with these guys, blah blah blah. And then somebody Google reversed his photo and found out that, you know, whatever, it's all bullshit. And he got bashed for about 3 days. And by everybody. There was nobody on crypto Twitter that didn't pretend they were something else. You know, people were putting pictures like, I'm in the Himalayas, I'm into this, I'm in that.
I remember that. Yeah.
And that's just a light tweet because you're still bashing an Avi, and you're still bashing somebody that's not doxxed. So it's like, he probably felt bad, but it's not as bad as, for instance, in other communities, let's just say the vegan community or some people who are doxxed. And if thousands of people drop on one person and they go at him, I'm pretty sure it can bring a person to the point of, you know, depression, maybe suicide, you know, like all types of bad stuff. So if you're asking me what I think about, I think the community needs to be aware that social media is just as bad as face-to-face. So just like you wouldn't want 100 people bullying one person in the you know, on the basketball court or in school or whatever, we shouldn't really do it on social media. With that said, I'm a fucking asshole because I'm doing it to fill a cone, and I'm doing it to, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't know what to say. I don't think there should be censorship. I think, you know, freedom of speech is something that's extremely important. And once you cross that line where you say this is allowed and this is not allowed, it's a very slippery slope, because once you get the next generation being used to, this is the red line, then they bring the red line a little bit lower, and then the next generation brings the red line a little bit lower, and then it becomes like there is no free speech and everything is censored. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Just like everything else, you know, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess there's a difference between, you know, what you would call, like, I guess that's kind of like cyberbullying or something, when a group, you know, gangs up and attacks like a person, you know, and we're all so connected now, and I could imagine, I haven't had that happen to me, but I could imagine that it would suck to be, you know, attacked on all fronts, on all social media, you know, and embarrassing, you know, because some of these, I don't use Facebook, but, you know, most of the people on Facebook, their family and their grandma and everyone's on Facebook. And, you know, if you're being attacked on Facebook, it could be embarrassing. But I think the difference is basically that versus, okay, that cyber attacking or cyberbullying versus speaking your mind. Okay, I want to use an example. Okay, and this is okay. The guy Reptar Lives is sometimes he says very controversial stuff.
Right.
I think the guy is a funny comedian. I think he's a comedian. Honestly, that's where I see him, what he's doing. Okay,
he's like Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, and you know, he's going and doing stand up. I mean, he's not just you know, but where, okay, and another example is South Park or I'm talking about how far can you push comedy before it becomes.
I think you can push comedy really fucking far before it becomes like, and even if some people won't accept it, other people will. Like there's dark comedy, there's really dark comedy. Like I've always said, like Holocaust included, like the worst
like
of the
Mel
worst
Brooks?
could be put in there.
Like Mel Brooks movies?
Anything.
Yeah, I mean, it goes everywhere.
But at the end of the day, I think that, when you hide behind the veil of comedy, you're pretty safe. You're pretty safe because look, at the end of the day, you're kind of, like you said before, you're calling people out. But what I did want to get back at is, look, what kind of comedy is funny, like pushing the envelope? It's talking about celebrities, people who are in the spotlight. You can call it clout chasing, whatever. But I believe that once you put yourself in a position where you're a celebrity, quote unquote, then either act accordingly, or you're gonna get the fucking shits. And if you're not gonna act accordingly and you get the shits, you better smile about it. Fuck, McAfee smiles about it. People.
I heard he literally got the shits.
Oh.
Sorry.
Nothing.
She
Never
made
mind.
A
Moving forward.
McAfee poo joke.
It was a bad joke.
She said she heard he literally got
the shits.
Yeah. Shit on him.
It's a shitty joke.
It's
very shitty.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how much of a joke it is. It's been rumored that if you guys want me to tell you, it's pretty nasty. But he would put his women on a hammock.
Yeah, I've
with
heard
a
that.
hole, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Pretty interesting.
You know what I have to say about that? To each his own.
Sure.
Each his own. Everyone has their own, thing that they are into, and I say to each their own. As long as no one's getting injured, and everyone's a willing participant, to each their own.
I say don't knock a Cleveland Steve until you try it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh God.
Not my chair, not my problem.
Not my chair, not my
Never
problem.
playing for another floor again.
Hey, did Phil Coon ever hit you back up? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I forgot. I just thought about that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alvy. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah,
no, I was just going to say that I think we live in a weird time. We live in a time where we're kind of adjusting to the power that everybody has at their fingertips with their keyboard and their voice with their podcasts, and everybody can sound a voice. And we have to remember there's some pretty fucked up people in the world, like literally fucked up. Like you can't take anything too literally that's going on in cyber. So two things are going to happen. Either people learn to thicken their skin and not pay attention to the hate and not pay attention to the rambling and the noise, or those people who are noisy, who are minimal, like they're the minority. Like the people who are assholes on the internet, the people who are haters, the people who are doing really bad shit on the internet, they're the minority. They're very little. They're just very loud. They're very loud. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if either 7 billion people are going to conform to, I don't know, 1 million people who are really bad in comparison to 7 billion, or the rest of the world is just going to grow some fucking skin and relax and let haters be haters and keep our freedoms. Because if it's not that, we're going to lose them. We're definitely going to lose our freedom.
What is so hard, and I think it's difficult to do. It's easy to say, but people have a hard time ignoring. Okay, there's a mute button, there's an unfollow button, there's a block button, and if you don't want to block them so that they know they've been blocked, you can unfollow and mute, and that basically blocks them without them knowing about it. And what's wrong with ignoring this shit? If it's so upsetting to you, unless it's directed directly at you and someone is calling you out, where you should answer, because if you don't, you look like a bitch or something. What's wrong with just ignoring that shit and not giving the person a platform? Because when you respond to some heated or some ridiculous thing, all you're doing is giving the person a platform to argue with you and giving their message more views.
Fuel on the fire.
For example, there was some horrible shit on Twitter with abusive animals that I cannot fucking stand. Okay, just let me speak. I'm not going.
Me too. I can't.
Why would you fucking retweet that with a fucking comment that says this is bad, you shouldn't fucking, if you like this, blah blah? Why would you continue to perpetuate that and have that on my fucking feed if you see shit like that? But I guess the video was trying to point it out, blah blah blah, something that was happening. But when I see that shit, it fucking it crushes me. It crushes me when I see it. Why people need to...
Because are you better off seeing that and being crushed by it and knowing that it's happening, or just ignoring it and being blind to the wrongs in the world?
I don't know what the answer is.
Preferring?
I don't know what the answer is.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes,
that's true, and that's probably selfish. And
ignorance. And the truth is that choice of ignorance is what perpetuates all of these bad things.
That's very true. Right. That's a very good point.
It can be put out in a different way, though. I can also read something,
but the point is
it's shock value.
To shun, to shun these awakening moments means to continue to live in your own world with your blinders on and just see that those things they don't affect me directly. That's what a lot of people say. That doesn't affect me directly. There's nothing I can do about it. So why am I going to worry, about what's happening here or there?
There's a saying something along the line. I'm completely ruining it, but like evil prevails when the good look the other way or something.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
that's very difficult.
It's like for evil to prevail, all that is necessary is for good men to look away, look the other way.
Exactly.
The quote is, "Evil prevails when the good do nothing."
Okay.
Exactly. Which is shorter, simpler, and much better.
I kind of like how we said it. It's also a line from the Boondock Saints opening credits.
Cool.
I think the saying goes, evil persists. No, I'm joking. I'm going to make a joke out of this, which is not funny. But it's a hard balance. It's a hard balance. Do you continue living your own life and try to because we all have people in our lives that depend on us in our own little fucking close circle, our own family, and do you make it your mission to save the world or do you try to focus on keeping your own sanity and therefore keeping the peace in your own home? I mean, do you guys follow my train of thought here?
Yeah, but does it take so much to... One doesn't have to be a hero that saves the world, but one should acknowledge what is happening in the world. And I think that right now, the day and age that we live in, especially here in Europe, advanced societies, not civilized people that we are, because we are far from civilized here, to ignore these things doesn't make our lives better, and it doesn't make anyone else's lives better. You don't have to be able to fix these things, but if you are aware of them, then maybe one day something might stir in you. It doesn't mean you're going to go out and dedicate your life to building houses for people or giving your money away to everyone or fighting intolerance or whatever the fuck you want to do. But maybe realizing that something is wrong, where you might have looked by someone abusing an animal and just being like, I don't want to get involved. Maybe you'll do something different.
Yeah.
Or you'll see a fight between a man and a woman and say, well, it's just a relationship. But now someone's getting hit. And something needs to be done. It's okay to say this is wrong.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be happening.
Oh, I totally agree with that. See, I don't like to see the yucky stuff too. I know it's out there and I know it happened and I know things are happening. When I see injustice, I always say something.
She does. Tamara will fucking say something.
I don't care
Holy
who it is.
Shit.
I've been hit by a larger boy in school, punched in the face because I was cheering for the wrong team, and I hit him right back. But
we were on an airplane on the way home.
Oh shit, you're not.
This fucking asshole, fucking big dude, and he was with his older, I don't know, brother or something. So the plane is taxiing in, and he stands up and he goes, and he's walking towards the front, and the stewardess is like, "Everyone, please sit down. Please sit down. We're not at our whatever. What's that called? We're not at our fucking gate yet.
They're still taxiing. Yeah.
He goes and sits back. She goes, I will tell the pilot to stop the plane if you don't sit down.
Yeah. We're just
okay. He goes and sits back down.
Well, he cussed on the way.
On the way back, he goes,
we're just gonna fucking sit here for fucking ever.
We're gonna be the last motherfuckers off this plane. This is a plane full of kids, children, whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay, cussing. Oh wow. Okay,
no big deal. We do it.
So yes,
but not out loud.
Then the fucking guy barrels. As soon as we pull, he barrels forward and goes, "I'm going to the front of this plane." Tamara fucking stands up and goes, "No, you're not," and fucking blocks this guy. Okay.
He was already on my last nerve. I'm sorry. I was standing up anyways. He basically was telling me to sit my ass down. I was like, no.
So
not gonna do it.
Here's the funny thing. I go, dude, not everything's. He's like, this is a medical emergency. He doesn't have his medication. And, you know, my rebuttal should have been, well, if this is a medical emergency, you should have told the stewardess. They would have had the fucking the EMTs waiting, and this would have been taken care of. This is not a medical emergency. You're full of shit. You just want to get off this fucking plane. So
everyone was late. The plane was late, so there was tons of people on there just trying to get to their place, and I think that's what was going on.
So there's a standoff. Tamara jumps up and gets in front of this.
I was standing up. I didn't sit down. I was
she stands up. She's not letting the guy. He's like, I go, dude, this is not everything is about you. You know, there's other people on this plane. This is not just about you. You're cussing. You know, you're being rude. He's like, no, I didn't say anything. And then Tamara said something, and he said something like honey or something, called you honey. I said, don't fucking call my wife honey. I mean, and then I did. I cussed his ass out, and then I'm like,
hypocrite. What a hypocrite.
And then I start cussing. You know, and I go,
that was all uncalled for.
I go, I'll rip your fucking head off.
That's not funny, and this is like not a good story. And we were so tired and grouchy, but the point is, the dude was being rude.
It's a great story, but this fucking asshole. And please, and then
if it's a medical emergency or anything like that, just say, please move aside. I have a medical emergency. Don't tell me to just fucking sit down.
He goes, get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
And he didn't say a medical emergency until Tamara stopped him, and then it's a medical emergency.
Right.
But
what it is narcissistic selfishness.
Yes, narcissists in this fucking world where everything is about them.
Pushing this younger girl away. She was trying to get to her bag, and he's like barreling her over, and it really pissed me off. And then he was just trying to tell me to sit down. I was like, dude, you do not know who you're talking to. I am not sitting down. In fact, I'm just gonna stand here now. So, what?
So you know, and I'm like fucking trembling because I'm about to rip this fucking guy's head off. Like
There's just a lot of inconsiderate people out there. It really aggravates me.
But they look at you like, how dare you fucking say anything to me?
Yeah,
that's
the
dare
thing.
You call my shit out?
Inconsiderate people, and when they get called out, they turn it around to where it's like, you're gonna say something to me, and like, you're the one being inconsiderate. What is going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
Mm-hmm. But I guess the point of the story is that I don't know what the point is. I think we're saying that Tamara has balls, huge balls. I don't
stand for injustice.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing too. Oh, sorry, Albie, go ahead.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I was also like surprised at how well I was able to shake it off like after the fact, and I was laughing about it. Mm-hmm. Whereas before I used to fucking, that was it, man. I was like fucking like, you know what I mean? Like
you were lit.
Yeah, you know, and I was able during the time when I thought I was going to have to fucking, you know, this guy wasn't little. He was, you know, about my size. And but I was ready to, you know, go. And of course adrenaline's pumping and everything, and then I was very surprised. I'm just giving myself a little pat on the back at how I was able to calm myself and go, you know what, that was just that's just normal. This is part of life. You're gonna have these interactions with people. There's gonna be ridiculous fucking situations, and being able to like calmly like address the situation and deal with it.
Calmly addressed it.
No, I did not at the time.
We could have done it a little better.
No, I shouldn't have been cussing him out because I'm calling him out for cussing. But yeah. So I think I don't know what my point is, but I think you have to be able to learn how to react to people that are like that, and not, you know, overreacting, because that's how people, you know.
There's some kind of line. I'm sorry. I want to let Albie say what he was saying.
Yeah, sorry. Go, Albie.
No, because we were just talking about standing up for injustice. I think if you even take a very new phenomena, which is called veganism, it would not for two reasons it wouldn't have taken off. First of all, if there was no internet, it'd be in its infancy. People would be vegans for their own individual purpose, and they'd have no tribe and no culture, and it wouldn't have spread the way it does. And of course, the videos, man. I mean, it's when people started seeing what these animals are going through, in farms, in captivity.
It's true. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible.
It's a horrible thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody could have their own opinion on veganism, but it at the end of the day, it's put a dent. It's put a dent into the meat industry and into the milk industry, and even if it doesn't wipe it out completely, they are making change. Whether it's free range eggs, whether it's free range meat, all that kind of stuff. So there is some positive, just like you said at the beginning, Yuki. There's positive and negative to everything. There's a yin yang in this world, and yeah, seeing it on your feed, it kind of sucks, but I'm kind of happy that it's around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. And this is why, like I said, I love talking to you, because I'm open to new perspectives now. But that is a really good point. And, change is definitely needed. And that's how we grow.
How selfish is it of me to be angry that you retweeted something of an animal being hurt? I don't want to see that. What a fucking selfish asshole I am to even say that.
That's what I was trying to say, yes.
Yeah.
Don't show
into the account that you're capable of fainting from seeing blood. So
that's true. That's true.
You're medically approved.
That's okay. That is a good point.
I think it's very hard to remove the me in a situation. Yeah, some people are better at it than others. There's people like the guy on the airplane who didn't give a fuck about you or anybody else. All he gave a shit about was himself and the fact that he wanted off that motherfucking plane. And he doesn't give a fuck if you're a small female. He will push your ass down. And
he wasn't going to push my ass down.
No. But I'm saying, and then there's people like me who maybe are working on it and who are aware of their like overinflated egos or their like me, well, it affects me. Like I'm not happy, that kind of shit. Sometimes I get into that little cycle, and then sometimes I'm over fucking empathetic, overly. So I think it's just a constant struggle, and it's a constant balancing act of
it also has to do with the mood you're in, or how much sleep you've had, or how much stress you've had. I mean, it's it's just good points. But it's like I tell these guys all the time, there's no I in tits.
Oh, there is I in tits.
Oh, shit.
Well, there is I in tits.
I know.
There is a big I in tits and two T's and an S.
And two T's.
Yes.
I think the best way to I've always said this. First of all, it's a person's life changes the minute he recognizes his own ego. And there's people who go through life and never recognize their own ego. Like they just don't see it. They think they have no ego. They'll say it out loud. Even if you explain to them that the ego is a neutral character within us, the ego literally acts in the way that you feed it. So if your ego wakes you up in the morning to go to work, your ego makes you pay your bills, your ego does everything. And then it's what you feed it. So if you feed it negative aspects, your ego is going to be very negative. If you feed it positive aspects, which you would consider being altruistic, you're not being altruistic. You're actually being very selfish, because you're kind of fulfilling your own, your own desire to do good, and it feels good for you. So it's kind of like an illusion of altruism, but it doesn't really exist. You're really feeding your ego in a positive or in a negative manner.
Yeah.
So I think it's when a person's life will change once he recognizes his ego, and then a person's empathy towards the world will only, I'm not going to say will only come about, but usually will come about after that person personally has suffered in some way. So whether he suffered a loss of a family member, whether he had a long time without friends, maybe he got picked on, maybe he was ugly and fat, and now he's jacked and looks great, but he still has that kind of ugly duckling syndrome, where he remembers being ugly, and now he's nice to everybody that's ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So suffering brings about empathy, and that brings us back to those videos where it's only when you see these videos and when you're aware of things that are happening that empathy can come about, and then change can come about. Because other than that, ignorance again is bliss, but it's also very it's very ignorant.
Exactly. Yeah. And it probably feeds, like you said, it feeds the evil and allows it to exist, and it turning your head the other way is probably just as bad.
It's those bad things that happen to us that make us who we are.
Yeah.
And, like you said,
usually,
yeah. Well, I mean, yes, because it also has to do with your outlook on it. I mean, you could focus on those negative things, and then, that affects you negatively, but it can also affect you. Yeah.
We are our reactions to the events that occur in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very well said.
That is all that we are.
Mm-hmm. You know what? All I'm saying is give peace a chance.
Give peace a chance.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
or as Michael Jackson says, be the change you want to see. That's one of the best lines you're ever gonna have. That's literally something that could change the world. Like if you be the change that you want to be, that you want to see. Then that will literally change the world. It's just not really gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as television and programming pushes, violence and pushes, materialistic, fake bullshit. I tweeted out yesterday. I tweeted out a poll. I was really interested, and I tweeted out a poll, and I said you can only choose one, and one was single and filthy rich, or family barely making it. And it was very unfortunate for me to see that 63% chose single and filthy rich, which just it literally paints a picture, and it was a 200 people poll. It's not a small poll. That kind of, now I'm taking into account that most of the people on crypto Twitter, they're around 20s, 25.
Yeah, they're single,
a little bit older.
Demographic.
And I'm pretty sure the people who chose family and barely making it are people who most likely have families, who have their kids, and they know that they'd never give them up, not for $1 billion and not for $1 trillion.
Right.
And but it just goes to show how society is being built. It's literally being built to materialism rather than quality of life, which is family and love and respect and relationships.
Michael Jackson also has a very deep lyric that I like to recall, and it goes like this. It goes, "Beat it."
Which can be taken in many ways. Yeah. What does that mean?
Like I'm pretty sexual, so I was thinking about masturbating.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Albie.
I feel like you can interpret that in many ways, and that's probably what his intention was.
Right.
To allow us to decide what he meant by that lyric.
Right. Oh yeah.
And
that's it.
Yeah. So well, guys, you guys want to do a game now? How we've been going for a good long hour, which it didn't even
give people times.
What's wrong with saying that?
The radio. We got to tell people what time it is all the time.
Yeah. Why don't you yell at me right here live on the fucking air? Hold on, let me get my sound effect.
That's beautiful.
Game time or rap?
I said it in a positive way, at least. How about that?
No.
Just say it. Here's a poll. Do people need to know the exact number of minutes we've been going until Yuki gets tired and annoyed that we have to wrap the show?
Dude, just because I said it, we've been going for an hour, doesn't mean I'm tired and want to wrap up the show.
Right.
Dude, Joe Rogan goes for 3 hours sometimes.
Yeah. Are you serious?
It's a conversation.
Yeah. We usually do. I think that we've gotten shit about going too long.
This is Junior and I right now.
Okay.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes. Who hit the ground?
I don't know.
You remember we were arguing in Vegas, and I was like, we're going for a walk real quick, people. I'll be right back.
No.
Yes.
I didn't get the joke.
Yes, you got it then.
Listen, I got this air horn that we can use on the show sometime. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Pew pew!
Oh, you hurt my ears.
No, let's do it again. Listen to Cody's thing in the background.
Oh, I hear it, Cody. Yeah. Hey.
Something.
Listen, hey, Junior. Whenever I get tired,
I will do.
Go ahead, Abby. Go, Abby.
No, go ahead.
Who's talking?
You were, but Albie was. So.
I was just going to say this really quick. When I get ready and I'm getting tired, Junior, when you hear this sound, that means it's time to wrap it up. You ready?
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
But not
lightning round.
Not right now, though.
Very subtle.
Yeah, that's subtle. That's very subtle.
Yeah, just a little subtle thing. Go ahead, Albie. Sorry.
I want to have one of those foghorn things so that whenever I walk through a door, I can fucking let it off.
Right.
That's what I want to do. Any door. Every door. Even if it's like a hallway.
You want us traveling sound engineers with like speakers that just travel behind you.
Or like LA Gears that have speakers and lights.
Yeah. Well, we have Cody in the studio as well, Crypto Cody, and apparently he is building an addition to his apartment right now as we speak.
Reorganizing his silverware drawer.
I think he's trying to build a ladder to get to his smoke detector to change the battery.
If you listen closely, you'll hear
sounds like a rope ladder.
A chirping sound, and that is Crypto Cody's smoke detector, and he's building a... Oh. He's drinking some water. There he is. There it was. Last night we were up till 4 o'clock in the morning listening to that sound.
And
literally at our own home, our fucking smoke detector started doing that.
Yeah. This morning, I woke up to that and I thought I was dreaming, like still talking to Cody. God. And it was our smoke detector.
Meanwhile, I just realized that I am exhausted, and let's play the fucking game. Yes,
How long has it been?
Let's play the fucking game, all right?
Wait,
game. Albie, you're up.
Oh, we're playing
Cody,
a game.
Shut up.
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think. We've started a new game.
You guys want me to play guitar?
That we used to do that we used to do the truth or bullshit. We have just started a new game, which is you get the same 30-second timer, but I give you something like I'll say name 5 Matt Damon movies, and you would name them, in 30 seconds. So you get.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Hold on. I've got to get my question. I mean, this was a new game, and we didn't. Let me see.
Wait, tell me who's playing Creative Albie first?
Yeah. Okay, I've got one.
All right.
Okay, are you ready, Albie?
On your mark, get set.
Is it one question, 30 seconds, or do I have like?
You got
one question, 5 responses within 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll say name 5, blah 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 blah. And
name 5 states to start with the letter M.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
You got
so
30
I'll tell
seconds
you,
to do it.
As soon as I say it, Yuki is gonna flip over the hourglass, and you have 30 seconds to
How can it be a fucking 30 seconds if it's an hourglass?
It's a 30-second hourglass. What do you think an hourglass measures? It measures time.
But an hour. This is a 30-second timer.
It's a fraction of an hour. Okay. Turn over the 30-second glass.
Junior, you keep score because I'm not doing anything.
I'm counting on my fingers.
All right, are you ready?
But Junior, also do it as a backup for me, please.
Keep score with pen.
This is our double thing. Okay. So, Albie. 5 famous bills.
5 famous what?
Bills, like the name Bill, like Bill.
Dudes with the name Bill.
Start 30 seconds now.
Bill Clinton, Bill O'Reilly, Billy Crystal. Is Billy okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Billy Crystal. Yeah. Billy Crystal and
you got 2 more.
Bill Myers.
You've got one more.
4.
And Billy the Kid.
That's a good
that
one.
counts.
Right. Bill Myers.
You did it.
That's good.
It sounded familiar. I'm going to look it up to verify
I'm good with Bill Myers.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but I'm fine.
There's Bill Murray,
you
Bill
could have said Billy
Gates,
Bob, and
Bill
I would have been
Nye,
fine with it.
Billy Bob Thornton, Bill Bradley,
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
No. Wow,
that's offensive.
Bill Myers is an American Christian author. That counts, and so he did it.
All right. It's whose turn is it? I want to play.
Oh, you want to play?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell me when to go.
Listen, here's how it goes, Yuki, because you fucked that right up.
Okay.
Mister.
Damn it.
Right up the ass.
Yes.
I don't care.
Here's how it happens. I say the statement, the question, the thing, and then you turn the 30-second glass
I thought
over.
I should turn the time over right now.
No.
Okay, tell me when.
Oh my God! I just told you when I read it, then you turn it over.
All right, go. Bill Cosby.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
5 Jack Nicholson movies.
Oh fuck. Okay, Shining. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The one with the astronaut, where he's an astronaut.
That doesn't count.
Jack Nicholson
There's
movies.
never been one.
Yes, he's like with an old woman.
You're arguing.
Okay, keep talking. You're 30 seconds away, buddy.
So Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson. Hi, I'm Jack Nicholson.
It is out. Sorry, you failed.
Batman. Something's got to give.
Okay, I don't care. Go
Wolf.
for Junior. Go to Junior now. Cody.
That's 3 you got.
Cody.
You got 2.
It's Cody's turn. Cody's turn.
Okay, hold on. I've got to get these. I don't have enough. Hold
Jack
on.
Nicholson.
Okay, I've got one. And they're not all 5s because, some of these are easier than others. So, who's next? Cody?
That's like Cody's like tick, like that chirp. If I don't
Get the 30
all right,
second
go.
blast
Are you ready?
right. Yes. 6 presidents, Cody, go.
Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Clinton. What are you doing? Lincoln. Trump.
Jeez, what are you fucking dropping pool balls on the floor?
Wait, go, Cody. You've got one more.
One more.
No, 2 more.
2 more.
6.
Go.
Don't Google it.
You'll Google
Don't
it.
Google it.
Obama.
Yeah.
One more.
One more.
Melania. Oh, I almost said Melania Trump. Jesus Christ.
Hurry.
Oh. Out of time.
Damn,
You're so
Kennedy.
close.
Washington. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jack Nicholson.
Oh my God.
Did I say Jack Nicholson?
No, Yuki did.
No. All right,
I feel high just listening to you.
I'm so exhausted.
Oh my gosh.
All right, who's next? Junior, ready?
Me.
Wait.
I want a cheeseburger.
You want a cheeseburger?
Yes.
Okay.
After this, we're going to get a cheeseburger.
No, we are not.
Talking about veganism makes me want a cheeseburger.
Did we do that one?
I think
before?
I saw that Classy had a cheeseburger for breakfast today.
I would kill a bacon cheeseburger with like cheddar cheese.
I think I might have a burger myself tonight.
Chirp.
Chirp.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready?
I don't know how good this one is. I need to come up with new questions, but okay. Are you ready? All right.
I guess so.
You ready? Yuki, get it
Yeah,
ready.
I'm ready.
Get your hand on the 30-second
ready.
glass.
Okay.
6 superhero movies.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight,
Those are...
Superman versus Batman.
That's too easy.
Is that
too
really
easy.
Okay.
No.
One more.
Wonder Woman,
No.
Spider-Man,
Okay.
1, 2,
All right,
and
you got it.
3.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. You win. You win.
Redo.
Avengers. Let me start with the Avengers universe.
Yes.
Avengers, Hulk.
You're out of time.
Thor,
You're out of time.
Thor Ragnarok, Thor Dark World.
You killed it. We got it. We got it.
All right.
Avengers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay.
Iron Man 1, Iron
Yes.
Man 2.
Cody, tell us a little bit about your day, and then we're gonna fucking kill this show.
Unless someone's gotten back to Albie in the DM.
I'm so tired. Let's save that for another day.
Yeah. Sounds like you've got a stressful day of fucking throwing pool balls around your fucking apartment.
Me? That's what I do.
Yeah.
From the hours of 4 to 5 a.m.
Sure.
And this is the time of the show where, Yuki, you say that this is the time of the show.
Oh, guys, you hear that music? Do you know what that music means?
I can't hear it.
That music means that we've reached the end of the show, and I want to thank all of our fucking listeners, and hopefully we've provoked some thought in you, and maybe
terrible at this. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We love you so very much. On behalf of Yuki, who I'm speaking for now, who can't get anything out of his mouth, he would like to say that he loves you so much, and he looks forward to you joining us again tomorrow. Thank you, Cody, as always, for your chirp. And also, we had Voice of Crypto on.
Yes, thank you, Voice of Crypto.
giving it little silence for the chirp because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yay.
To our sponsors, Hodl Fuel. Yes, drink the Hodl Fuel. We should drink more of that right before the show. And to moonevents.io, December 7th through the 9th. Couple rooms left. Check it out. And this is the time of the show where, and we'll see you all at World CryptoCon in a couple weeks.
Yay, World CryptoCon.
Yuki, this is the time of the show where you do that thing?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, Albie. Thank you, Cody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cody.
Thanks,
Albie.
Thanks, everybody.
Love talking to you, Albie.
Thank you, Albie. Thank
fun.
you, Cody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I bet you chirps once more. Yo, 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 yo.
Woo!
Bow.
Okay, I'm ready for the show. I'm energized.
This was our highest production value show of all time.
Yeah, we're still alive, so did we say goodbye, everybody?
We said goodbye, everybody, already.
Say goodbye, everybody.
And goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Is this show over already? Jesus
No.
Christ.
Let's go again.